Yes, yes, people. What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to Saeed TV. Welcome to the Friday night preview. We always give you the Friday night preview. We don't mess around on this channel. Consistency is good. We have Statman in the building. Statman, what are you saying, bro? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. What are you telling me?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. We're in the house. We're in the house. Big up to everybody who's tuning in. Musa will be coming soon as possible. Adil should be coming as well. Charlie's still doing his uni stuff, so he's got a couple of exams. So big up to Charlie as well, man. What do you think of the pitch behind me? Fresh grass, man. You know what I mean? It's a shame that the team don't play well in it, innit?
Yeah, listen, it's beautiful, isn't it? We know the pitch is good, isn't it? It's just that plays on it and the decisions made by the people on the sideline that we're frustrated with right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Big up to everybody who's watching. Always, you get me. No doubtedly, we always appreciate the support on this channel. We're growing, we're getting bigger and bigger, and it's road to 50k. And we're gonna get to there. So big up to everybody. Big up to Gasha says like and share, please. But Statman, will the players show mentality to beat Aston Villa? Your boy Ronaldo's been talking this week about mentality. The key buzzwords, mentality. Will these players show mentality?
I'll be honest, for the game on the weekend, I don't really have hope in it because mentality is not a thing that you can kind of switch on and off, in it, on and off. Yeah, it's something that you either have or it's going to take time to kind of get. Ronaldo's mentality, he's been working on it for his entire career. That's why mentally he's the best player in the world, you could argue. There's no one like him. These players are all bottle jobs, and we know that. The way, like, even like Ronaldo's complaining that these players don't train enough. He's the only one staying in the gym after the training session's over. You have to question the hunger of these players. You have to question how much they want to win. It's not just going to come like that, a flick of a switch against Aston Villa on the weekend now. So
it's not.
Let's not.
It's a mentality issue. Absolutely, it's a mentality issue. This football club, I mean, we don't have winners in this football club. There's a lot of soft, players at this football club. A lot of people who haven't won, who haven't seen people winning. We forget you haven't won. You haven't seen people winning. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of the situation. Go on.
There's players that are protected. That's the biggest thing in it. Like, when you look at it, for example, don't get me wrong, I love Marcus Rashford here, but you saw all the PR stuff that came out in the last couple of days. He's protected. Yeah. People like Harry Maguire, they're protected. They don't we need players to take responsibility for themselves. Like, even Ronaldo in that interview that he said that he still needs to be doing better himself. That's taking responsibility.
Absolutely. But the thing for me, though, Protection FC, Snowflake FC, absolutely. I think Miles Johnson there saying, hopefully after his interview, Ronaldo can control the ball on Saturday. I think a lot of people will be looking at Ronaldo's game, and be thinking, big up Musa's in the building. Big up Musa, are you telling me you're good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. What's happening?
What's happening, man? We're just talking about mentality, mentality in the squad, mentality, Ronaldo questioning mentality. Musa, man, you know what I mean? I know you're a strong-minded person, but do you reckon these guys have got the mentality at this football club to win, especially tomorrow?
Flipping it, man. We're in difficult times, man. Difficult times. We're here talking about the mentality of Man United players. Look at the times that we've got to, man. I never, ever thought in my wildest dreams when Sir Alex said that he was packing it in, we would get to the stage where we have to question the desire of any football player or mentality that puts on that red shirt with all that history and everything. It's like, I think the mentality of these players is connected to their wage package and the amount of money that these guys are getting paid to do absolutely nothing. And I just feel like human nature has just kicked in. It's just kicked in, man, because if you go to work and get paid nearly £1 million a week, a month. A lot of these guys are like nearly £1 million a month. A lot of these guys are taking on 250, 200, and they're not doing nothing. Flipping it, bro. Like, how are you gonna have them? What's gonna be like? Where's your drive? There's nothing. They've got everything that they want. There's nothing that these guys don't have. There's nothing that they want that they can't get. So it's come to the point where they're just like, I don't know, man. I just feel like we got to just start all over again for us to be able to, because I think it's difficult to teach the younger generation or the young stars a certain type of mentality in terms of being a Man United player, and then they're looking up to certain other man who's just not doing it, getting paid big money. We have to get rid of it. And I just feel like we're going to have to go through a little difficult period right now to be able to get to where we want to get to, because we can't have bad apples and good apples together. We need to get rid of the problem at Man United. There's too many of them now.
Yeah, there's too many bad apples, man.
Too many.
There's too many bad apples.
People used to go like it was like just the foreign players, or it's Pogba, or it's this. It's too many. And sometimes I think if we get rid of a lot of the foreign players naturally, because they would want to go and play maybe in leagues where it's closer to home, the culture's closer to home, naturally. If we look at the British core that we have at United, what can they win us? Name the British core at United. McTominay, Shaw, Maguire. Who else we got in there? Jones, Rashford, Wan-Bissaka. Where are these guys going to win us? Listen, it's peak.
It's true. It's true, man.
It's peak. It's peak.
You know what I mean? Who in this squad is going to win us anything, Statman? You know what I mean? Are we putting too much pressure on the manager? You know, are we just destined the fact that, you know, all these years that we've kind of carried a lot of players and, you know, players that are willing. I don't think we have players that are willing to fight for this top four battle. Maybe they're thinking that we should have been challenging for the league, and maybe they're feeling sorry for themselves that, you know what, we'll pull it out somehow. You know how them kind of people that think that they're that good that somehow they'll get what they need in it, and then by the end of it, you know what I mean, they failed.
Then they've been feeling sorry for themselves for the last 3 years, then, because they've all failed. We've won nothing.
Yeah.
Like when you say like who's actually gonna get us out of trouble, let's be honest, people like Ronaldo, elite mentality. He's asking for more. Like Musa spoke about it there. Like most of these English players haven't really won anything. Club captain Harry Maguire, 4 relegations. Don't get me wrong. I like Sancho's different, isn't it? Because Sancho's actually won trophies. He won, I think, DFB Pokal at Bristol Dortmund last year. But most of the other English players, Wan-Bissaka, nothing. Luke Shaw, let's be honest, he's won nothing. Rashford, the season that we were really winning trophies under Jose, I think that's when he's played his least amount of minutes or something in the last couple of years. The foreigners in that side, people like Nemanja Matic, they've won trophies. You kind of trust them, innit? I trust Nemanja Matic's mentality. I trust the Ronaldo's mentality. I trust even the Diego Dalot. He's won trophies at Porto, I think he is.
Yeah.
These people are winners. We need more winners in that side. And that's how you increase the mentality, kind of.
You know the ones that you mentioned there? Ronaldo. You talked about Ronaldo, Cavani, Matic. These are all players that are getting on now. You know what I mean? And probably not going to be here, Musa. You know what I mean? So what are we left with? You know what I mean? When you look at it in reality, you know what I mean? With this team. You know what I mean? Even that's Ronaldo at the minute, you know.
That's the sad thing, that the players that's actually won something have won something prior to coming to Man United. Because during their time at Man United, really, they haven't won much. So the players that have actually won stuff are players that we've got in with a winning mentality because they've won where they've been. They've come to United and it's just dried up. They haven't really won anything. Because if we look at players, even Juan Mata, these guys got World Cup, they won Champions League, they got medals. You know what I'm saying? And when was the last time Juan Mata really had a proper season at Man United? He hasn't played really for the last 2-3 years? And he's still got more medals than everyone who's been playing in the last 3 years in front of him. You know what I'm saying? And look how long he's been at the club. So it's like, and then you look at Matic, got his medals elsewhere. Varane got his medals elsewhere. Ronaldo, obviously, he was here prior to leaving to Madrid and got medals. But again, most of his big medals at Madrid and stuff like Juventus, they got it elsewhere. Cavani's the same. All of these players that we've brought in, even when you look at Donny winning the league in Holland and stuff like that, winning trophies and having that feel-good fact of knowing what it takes to win a league and to elsewhere, you come to United and it just dries up. We haven't won a trophy in 5 years, bro. 5 whole years. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like a lot of the young players are going to be starved of success. They're not going to know how it feels. It's like this is why, for me, I've started looking now, thinking to myself, should we just send like Greenwood on loan? I'm looking at certain players and I think, should they go out on loan at a club like Dortmund? Because for me, Greenwood at Dortmund wins something. You see a different type of player. He fulfills his potential. He plays in Champions League. He scores important goals. He wins a couple trophies. Do we need to send our players out similar to what Chelsea done and then be able to bring them back? Because everyone will be like, if someone said, send Greenwood out on loan to Dortmund, everyone will be like, no, we can't send Greenwood. We can't. But where's he? How is he progressing at United? Like, what is he doing to progress? Because for me, if Dortmund sell Haaland and they have Greenwood for 2 seasons, Greenwood will become the next Haaland. And that's
if it's managed right, though, they're not developed though, Musa.
No, we know that's that he's developed right at Dortmund. We know they're developed right. Then we're going to be like, let's get up, and that's the thing. We only buy the likes of those players once they've been developed. We're not developing them no more. We're like, someone's developed Haaland, let's go and get him. Someone's developed Sancho, let's go and get him. Someone's developed this player, let's go and get. When are we developing guys? Because we've got players that everyone
that's what I said,
should be the next guy, but we're not developing them.
You know what we're doing? I think that's why a lot of people were going mad at me when I said, when you look at the Dortmund model, they're always developing players. At the minute United, we just buy players and then we don't know what to do with them, or we get players and we don't know what to do with them. Statman. We're getting Sancho, we don't know what to do with them.
That just comes down to more of like the footballing structure. Like, we sign players for the sake of signing players. Like, I've always said this. Like, we signed Cristiano Ronaldo, and I love Ronaldo. But are we getting the most out of Cristiano Ronaldo's strengths? The answer is no. Like, even let's use Arsenal as an example here. They signed Tomiyasu. Is Tomiyasu brilliant going forward? The answer is no. But is he used as a way that he's an attacking fullback? No. They basically use him as like a third centre back in possession because they signed him for their system. We don't have a system. We don't have a. Ralph is meant to change that, which only time will tell. But that's it with United. We sign players for the sake of signing players. Harry Maguire we signed. Did he complement Victor Lindelof? The answer was no. Modern day football club, you sign Wan-Bissaka right back. It doesn't make sense. You're signing players because they're big names and because they're the best in the league, kind of thing. Because Wan-Bissaka was a highly touted right back.
Yeah,
but it's mad because all these teams, even like Wan-Bissaka was developed at Palace, came through as a winger, got pushed back by Hodgson, had some convincing displays, and I just feel like he hasn't been developed in the last 2 years at United anyway. But don't Man United have a better right back in our own academy? How's Crystal Palace got better academy system than Man United? How? With all the funds that we've got, with all the scouts we got in the world, but what is Man United doing stealing players off Palace? What's going on?
Even City.
I get it. I
City
get it.
As well.
That's what I'm saying. I get if we go and take a young academy player from Bayern Munich, like Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, because these academies should be on our level. They've got the funds to get the best young players around the world or in the country, in the club. I get it. But Crystal Palace, what are we doing? Stealing players off Palace, bro. This is why we get ourselves in the problems that we get ourselves in. Going getting centre backs off Leicester, bro. Where's our centre backs in our academy? Like, where we get, like, I don't get it. Like, even having to pay 80 million for Maguire, it's like, what are we not doing right? And when you look at City, like you're saying, you look at the academy and what they're building, these guys are not playing games. Chelsea's one of them. They just have players out on loan, and when it's time to call them back, even when you look at the young right back at is it Brighton that we're looking at, Lamptey? Yeah, that's a Chelsea player. Chelsea just
he's playing tonight. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. These are Chelsea players. Like, if you look at their academies and what they've been doing, and if Chelsea was to bring back all their academy players, their team is mean. It's a mean team, bro, and they're doing stuff in the game. I don't know, man.
Absolutely. Big up everybody in the chat. Please smash a like on the video if you're watching right now. Tomorrow, big game tomorrow, crunch game. I called it Statman because we lose this game, mate. Top 4 sticky. Absolute sticky because we've got Brentford away after, West Ham at home, which is a very tough game. For me, it's an even game. United no more are superior this season. I'm being real with you right now. United are no more superior. Every team, you have to respect them now. Every team now. You know what I mean? Even Newcastle boxed for the part. Newcastle, who was on the team? Norwich. So start, man. Tomorrow, will the players' heads be right? You know what I mean? Will we be right? You know what I mean? What are you thinking tomorrow?
Listen, we saw the game the other day. Big up Aaron. We saw the game the other day against Aston Villa. We did not deserve to go through in the FA Cup. Aston Villa literally boxed us off the park.
Yeah.
And you expect like it's just going to change all of a sudden on the weekend? It's not. Like, let's be honest here. Like most of these Aston Villa, like first of all, big up Steven Gerrard. I think he's actually done a very, very good job so far, innit? United are not all of a sudden just going to be playing good football. It's not going to happen. When was the last time we actually played 45 minutes of consistently good football? We haven't.
I don't know. I really don't know.
And people are say expecting a good performance.
I can't count Leeds. Man. Leeds, man. We can't count Leeds. I would have to say maybe last season, somewhere down the line of.
Yeah, exactly. You're thinking
Leeds
of
at home last season.
This guy. You're thinking of it though, innit? Like that's the problem with United. We haven't had a period of like even 45 minutes. I'm not asking for a lot of good football.
Yeah.
That's why tomorrow against Aston Villa, we will struggle. Aston Villa at home, they got that extra little bit boost with Coutinho probably be on the bench. Digne will be on the bench.
Bench.
We're just going to be going in with the same squad, the same probably. Obviously, there'll be a couple changes because of the suspensions and stuff, innit? But you could argue a similar starting 11. And now you expect a different style of performance kind of thing. It's not going to be different. We're going to have to grind out another victory.
Absolutely. Not going to lie, Aston Villa, we played well last year. I don't think so, bro. We were 1-0 down, and it took Cavani coming on. Was it Cavani? Yeah, coming on to score 2 goals at the end. Like, I think for me, that's a superiority, if I'm being honest with you. When a superior team, we have people off the bench, and they make a difference. Does that necessarily mean that we're playing better? I don't think so. That's for me having a higher standard. Forgive me if I'm wrong, or forgive me if I'm being too harsh, Musa. But, you know, can you trust United to play well tomorrow and get the result?
Nah, bruv. I think we've gone back to that we thought think. Do you know what it is? We think we're gonna win. Yeah, one thing that we got to accept is that this transition of Ollie leaving and having a new manager, this is still the same team with Ollie where we don't know we don't know who's getting picked. We don't know how we're going to play. We don't know if we're going to be up for it. The only thing that we do know is McTominay and Fred are in the middle of the park whenever they're fit. That same thing's carried on. So it's like, if you told me Ollie was still in charge, I would believe it. Because this is how we felt when Ollie was here. We was like, who's turning up? Are we going to be up for it? Like, it's just the same thing. So I don't back this United team to do anything. But at the same time, like I said last time, I think that this process, pardon me, is a part of what Ralph has to do to take us to the next level. I think Ralph has to come in here. He can't come in here and then cover up some of these players and make it look like that they're actually good and it was just the manager before. He has to expose people. If you're crap right back, he has to play you. He has to expose you. If you're crap midfielder, you got to get played and you got to get exposed. You know what I'm saying? We have to see that level of these guys are not good enough. So when he goes upstairs at the end of the season, he can be like, listen, you saw what you saw. I trained these guys. I managed these guys. They're not up for the fight. And if you don't believe me, call Ronaldo in. And I think that's his best backup. Call Ronaldo in and ask him who's up for this thing. You know what I'm saying? Who's up for the fight? So then he has to then be given the leeway to just sell players. I don't care who it is. Sell it. If he comes to me and say, if it comes back that we got to sell, who did we just bring in? Sancho. Sell him. I don't like everyone. Nah. Listen.
Crazy.
No one's safe. You know why?
Surely not.
I'm saying this. No one's. I'm not saying that Sancho's crap or is not, because I've seen Chelsea sell well beaters and go on to win Premier Leagues. Like I'm prepared to put the trust in because I believe Ralph can build this club. I think he's come in here and I think he can build it, build the youth system, build it from bottom up. We need someone who can do it. And I think if we give up on him or we think that he's not doing his job, and I believe he is doing his job, we need to have faith in him. And I think that he can build this club. And we got to listen to him and go through this process.
You know what?
Go on.
You know what? You make a good point there because, it wouldn't surprise you if that could happen because, you're looking at Depay, you're looking at Di Maria, you're looking at certain players. And yes, they wanted to leave for their own reasons, but, the club has a history of selling talent when it doesn't go well or them not adapting and they're thinking, you know what? I haven't got the career or the time scale. I'm looking at Ronaldo. If he doesn't make Champions League football this year, do you think both of you that he'll stay?
I think he will probably want to leave. But it just depends on who else will take him. Like PSG.
Champions League Varane. Would he stay?
I think Ronaldo and Varane are giving us 2 years. I don't think he stays the year after. I think Ronaldo, with the type of money he's getting, the type of control that he has as well, you have to forget. Ronaldo was at Juventus, but them Italians will tell you about yourself. They're on job. They're not playing games. Like those fans, like Ronaldo, Man United fans are not on. They're not saying anything to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's comfortable here. His family's comfortable here. Ronaldo can do another season, playing Premiership football, getting paid good money, and then weigh up his options about, do I still stay in Europe or do I do this American thing? And I think Ronaldo's got an American thing in him. And he'll count those goals in America. Ronaldo knows I'll go to America here and I'll count those goals. Those goals are not, they're going to add on the tally. Like, I don't want to hear it was MLS when I bang in another 50 goals over there. Goals are goals. So I think he's got at least another year in with us and also bringing in the new team and that new generation. And I think if Ronaldo was to get United back to some type of level of winning before I thought Ronaldo had to win us a Premier League title, but I think Ronaldo lifting the FA Cup is a big achievement. It's a big achievement.
Telling you, mate.
You know what I'm saying? Ronaldo lifted any type of cup. So if Ronaldo was to come back to United and lift an FA Cup, because we haven't won nothing in 5 years, he'll be like, listen, I went there and I lifted a trophy. I don't know what you lot are talking about. So I feel like he's going to stay, and so is Varane. But there's a lot of other guys that's got to go. We got to clear out. Like, I'm not even fighting for no more players. Like, everyone's got to go. Donny, Pogba, everyone's got to go for me. I'm not fighting for no one. I just, because you know what it is? How many times
you're fighting for Man United?
For Man United. And I believe in Ralph Rangnick's CV. I've seen his CV in building clubs and not just being a manager and knowing his system of football, because you know what it is? Ralph hasn't come out here in any interview and has and pretended as if he doesn't want to play his system and he doesn't want control. He's telling you guys, I want to keep on telling you, because this is what I'm telling the players. I want control. I want to attack. I want to be more possession in the game. He's not like, Ollie will come out and start freestyling. Yeah, what it was. And now Ralph is saying, I know we can do better. I know we've done some good things. But listen, I've told you since I've got here, I want us, United need to be a control team. We need to be controlling all these games and imposing ourselves on the other teams. And if we can't do it because the players are not ready for it. So I want to back Ralph all the way. And that's it, backing him with signings, with the people that come into the club. I just don't want to be too knee-jerk and excited. You know
massively, yeah. No, 100%. You're not going to get any knee-jerk from me. I think for me, calling out a manager, for me, it doesn't make sense for me at this stage because the squad is broken, Statman. You know what I mean? The squad is a lot of paper. This team needs a lot of babysitting at the minute.
You know what it was?
Aileen, go on.
We protected these players so much under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saying
I know. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I could put my hand up and say that.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people did it. We protected these players because we said the manager's not good enough, the coaching staff is not good enough. Now you got a manager, Ralph, who's had history of improving players. Now we're looking at the players. And let's be honest, so far the players are not performing. We clearly have overrated a lot of these players. And that's the most disappointing thing about it. But what were you going to say before?
No, I was just going to say, you know what I mean? Aileen Taylor was talking about we need to stop paying big wages for people. But that's on the club, though, isn't it? That's on the club and what they value a player. You know, if they value McTominay at 200 grand a week, they value McTominay at 200 grand a week. It's not now, is it?
The problem with the wage structure, I said this, like, it's so hard to fix because we messed up already. Yeah. Like, people, like, don't get me wrong, David De Gea, a brilliant player. He's on £370,000 a week. Like, we've literally messed up our wage structure completely now. That's why, for example, Said. We're looking at someone like Paul Pogba, for example. Yeah, Paul Pogba, like people say, like there's a report that he wants to be the highest paid player at the club. People like Dean Henderson are on over £100,000 a week. Like our wage structure completely as a whole is so screwed. Now you're telling me someone like Marcus Rashford is probably on more than Mo Salah. Mo Salah is the best player in the world, probably.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
And that is so hard to fix, just like that. And that's what Ralph needs to do long term.
And Musa, when you look at that, that can impact your motivation for the game, though. I don't want to pick on players for their wages. That's their wages. That's what they're worth. That's what they think they're worth. Fair enough, yeah. But someone like Mason Greenwood, though, when he's stagnating now, and when he's not probably on the wage that he needs to be on, or he has something to kind of fight for, bonuses, getting goals. They have all these bonuses, right? Do you think that players' motivations have been conducive to the fact that they've not been playing well, or the fact that what they can play well, etc., etc.?
You know what it is? It's because since Sir Alex left, things have just changed dramatically, because we used to pay big wages, big transfer fees, but the wages weren't never that crazy. Like when Man United come in for you, and say, the agent or your agent calls you and says, listen, United are thinking of bringing you in as their new right back or their new striker. Yeah. You go to work the next day and just sit there like this and don't move. Everyone's saying, what's wrong with you, mate? So I'm not playing. I'm not on it. Like you go and you upset the apple cards because you want to leave and go to Manchester United and put that red jersey on. But that Van Persie, Berbatov, all these men said, when United come calling, everything stops. United, me, their main, cool, I'm gone. And then when you get there, the contract is the last of your problems. You are playing for Manchester United. That's the last. You're like, so what? You're at Arsenal on 100 grand a week. Like, we're going to give you 125 to play for Manchester United. That's it. All of this doubling and all of that stuff. Yeah. Doubling what? This is meant, like, if you don't want to play for Man United and it's all about money, go somewhere else, blood. Go and play in Dubai. Go and play in China. Do your thing. This is Manchester United. When you come to Manchester United, your global product or as an individual goes through the roof. Anywhere you go, you've seen it. Anywhere you go as a Man United player, you are flopped. Like this, what's his name? Jones. Jones can bring out a product right now in Asia and sell out. He hasn't even done nothing. And sell out. To get the wages, it can sell out. Yeah, of course. Sell out, because that's the global impact Man United have. You come here, everything you do, values added onto it, and then you're going to come here and ask us for what? 300 grand a week? Are you taking a mick?
Absolutely. Zayn Biasa here with a super chat. Big up to you. He goes, did you see our masterpiece against Liverpool? What will you do when Ronaldo leaves? You can have Abba and Xhaka. Give us Donny so he can join the Arteta revolution. What do you reckon, United fans? Shall we give them Donny? Shall we take Abba and Xhaka? Abba, who can't get into the Arsenal team at the minute. Through
I hope Aubameyang actually gets better.
He got dropped today by Gabon, which is
because he has a heart condition now.
Oh, he has a heart condition now.
I think they said there's problem with his heart or something.
Yeah, same with Alphonso Davies as well.
Yeah,
it's all the COVID going on there, man. They said it's COVID related.
Yeah, but what do you reckon, man? Xhaka and Abba. Do people want Xhaka and Abba? Let Zayn know. If it's a yes,
but I think Donny would do good at Arsenal though. But Zayn,
fair enough. He would do. But that was another question. You know what I mean? Someone asked.
Xhaka starts for United though.
Hey,
Xhaka probably starts for United.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I can't lie.
I don't think Xhaka's that bad, other than he disappeared.
He might start.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. To be fair, I do like Xhaka in a weird way, because he's a guy who simplifies the game. You know what I mean? He's not someone who does crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But then again, for me, I need to have a disciplined player, man. You can't be having people who come on every time and destroy your game. That's why Arsenal are where they are. Now they're complaining about, games. They want the games to be postponed.
You know what mad thing
because is? They sold Maitland-Niles and Xhaka's doing madness every minute.
What thing with Xhaka? He's probably Arsenal's best midfielder right now, but he's still a liability to the side because he he just has those moments like yesterday.
What about our midfield, Statman? You know what I mean? Ralph Ragnick is keeping hold of Donny, man. I don't know why, but he's saying I need him, but he's not playing him. Make that sense, Statman.
Listen, with Donny van de Beek, tomorrow is massive for me. Because now Scott McTominay's out. You can either go with Matic and Fred, or you can play Donny van de Beek with someone else. Be brave, because let's be honest, Donny van de Beek came on and changed the game. Ralph literally praised him for changing the game and making it harder for Aston Villa to play through. You can't now praise him and just be like, yeah, you know what? You're still going to be on the bench. You're still going to get maybe 5 minutes off the bench if you're lucky. Donny van de Beek has to start tomorrow in my eyes. And that's why I think tomorrow is massive for Donny van de Beek's career.
You know, Musa, you know what I mean? You know when Statman Court says that he had a good end to the game, is it easy to come off the bench and be an impact, or to start a game and compose yourself and impose yourself as that dominant midfielder? Do you think that's where he's maybe lacked in a bit, where the managers like Ollie and Ralph Ragnick thought, you know what, when he starts, I'm not confident he'll be able to produce, because he's not really started games, or when he has done, you know what I mean, they've hooked him off at halftime, or etc. etc.
Boy, I think the problem is, bro, if us lot had £1 for every time we said he has to start and he hasn't started, bro, we would have packed this in. We wouldn't even be on YouTube no more.
Millionaires, man. Millionaires, bro.
I've looked at games and I'm like, yeah, Donny's in. And I said, huh? What's this? And I'm saying, I've looked. Everyone but Donny. So for me, I just want Donny to go, have a good career, pretend that he never even signed for us, and be like, oh yeah, I remember. He didn't just let him go. Free Donny. And what free Donny now means let him go, leave the club. It's not even about let him play. Let Donny go. Free Donny. Like Man United have imprisoned Donny. It's like, I don't know. It's like Donny done something wrong to someone, and they said, you know what, we're going to take 2 years out of his game. Don't worry, we're going to bring him to Old Trafford and we're going to lock him up, and he's not going to play football for 2 years. We'll teach him. Because I don't know what he's done to anyone to not have played football in these last 2 seasons, bro.
The mad thing is, I don't think Donny's done anything, because he's just a quiet character. Like, you look at Donny van de Beek in the podcast with Rio. I mean, he wasn't really costing the club. Like, he could have easily done that. He could easily be.
Maybe that's what destroyed him. Maybe that's what the club didn't want.
I'll be honest. I think no, but even that before that, he weren't really starting anyway. Like with Donny van de Beek, I said this before. He's too nice. You can't be nice in football. You need to demand to start games. You need to demand to leave.
Yeah, he's doing the training. Like I said to you, in training now, he's the guy that basically, you know, passes it on to the player.
He's just a mannequin.
So basically, you know, in training ground, it used to be Mata, but I think even Mata said, "Nah, I don't want to do that anymore." So Donny's now taking over, thinking that if he does that little bit of 1-2 touch before it goes into the, you know, for Ronaldo and all that he might get him into the team. You know what I mean?
Sad state of affairs. But the only thing about Donny, he's young enough to go and kick on. He's good enough. He's good enough, and he's young enough to go on and still have a good career somewhere. But he needs to make his mind up quickly and get out of Old Trafford. That's what he's got to do. He's got to leave. We got to accept it, where McTominay and Fred, and even Matic, I don't even know what's going on at Old Trafford no more. That midfield is shocking. And then the type of players they want to come in. We're looking at Aston Villa make moves like they're some big boys.
Big boy team, man.
Big boys, bro.
Like, if they were to really get the act together, you know what, man? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we're hearing Aston Villa have a big possibility of getting Basuma in.
Yeah, I know.
They have it. Like the money like these lot are ready to accept the money. Brighton will accept the money. He just has to want to go. So what are we doing then? Well, we don't need Basuma. What's Man United playing at?
Zakaria apparently is available for 6 million. I put on my Instagram. A lot of people said yes to Zakaria. Musa,
bro. Zakaria, what are we talking about? Has he played in the Prem before? Has he had man of the match performances against some of the big sides in the Premier League? Has he been here doing it?
So you want Prem proven players then? You want Prem proven?
Right now, if we have an option of someone at his level, you know what it is? This Basuma will go on and do that Kante thing to us, where he'll just kick on another level, all over the pitch. Great number 6, you know, links to play at the same time, doing all sorts of stuff. And when you say we could have had him, for about 35 million, 40 million, now someone's asking us for 80 million Maguire again. Well, what's all that about? Aston Villa, if he kicks on at Aston Villa, how much do you think they'll sell him for? It's nuts.
You know what, man? He's only 23, 24, so you never know. Could do a party. Player, what do you think, Statman? You know what I mean? Midfield options. Kamara has been touted. Basuma. You know, would you rather get... Are you tired of now foreign imports now coming in and they're not doing well? You know, Donny's one of them as well now.
No, I'll be honest, I'm not tired of foreign imports because let's be honest, like, look at our players that we bought from the Premier League proven. Harry Maguire. Look at him now. Everyone wants him at starting 11. Look, same thing with Wan-Bissaka. You could argue the same thing with Luke Shaw in a way. So I don't really care about the Premier League proven thing, but Zakaria, I just don't think he's that guy, innit? Like, I'm not going to say no, £6 million is not really much, is it? Like, you probably...
What about low risk, high reward, though? You don't believe in that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, with him, I don't mind if he comes, but is he my first choice? Do I think he's going to massively improve our midfield? The answer is no.
The thing is, for me, I'd rather spend 70 on Declan Rice. I don't know about 100, but I'd rather spend 70 on Declan Rice. But then the fan base would say to me, but it's too much for 70 million Declan Rice. But then they'll turn the nose down at 6 million for Zakaria. Like, I don't know where the fan base is at.
But for me, if we can get Basuma for about 35 million, 35, 40 million.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. And you can get this other guy for 6 million. That's 41 million. What's all the hype about?
Get both. Get both.
This 6 million thing is not even a sign-in. Forget all of that. I don't even know why we're mentioning it. 6 million. That's a steal.
Loan move.
Yeah, that's a loan move for Martial. Let's forget this. Like, this is how the club's tricking us. The club's got us talking about a £6 million signing, bro. Let's forget that. That's not a signing. Bring him in, but we're not going to count that. That's whatever. We need to go and buy a Basuma. That's all I know. Declan Rice is good, but for me, I take Basuma over him. I don't know about all this Declan Rice stuff. I like him. I like what David Moyes has done to him and the system he's put him in, but I see something different. I see something different than Basuma, man. I think he can kick on like a lot. I think there's a lot more to come from him.
Slim Reaper saying Donny has suffered a lot because he lost a player in midfield like De Jong. You have to look at the fact that when you look at Donny after Ajax, United midfield is shit. Yeah, I think my United midfield isn't great at the minute. You know what I mean? It is very, very wide open. Tomorrow, I just don't think we can cope with the intensity stat, man. I don't think we can cope with... I think they've got no McGinn, but I think Ramsey's a quality midfielder. He's top
quality.
Top quality, mate, from the youth academy as well. They got that guy, the Brazilian,
Douglas Luiz. I'm presuming they'll bring in Samson, is it? Yeah, or Nakambo. I don't even know Nakambo's fit, but they will bring in someone. Like, you know what it is here? Like, you saw it the other day. Aston Villa, one little run and they're through our midfield. Like, Jacob Ramsey was literally just doing little shimmies and he's passed the entire midfield. Like, we made it so easy for them. And it was a problem under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and it's still a problem under Ralph. At midfield, it's not good enough. It gets bypassed so easily. And nothing's going to change tomorrow in my eyes.
That's the only thing that is upsetting me about, that he hasn't changed it. He hasn't given us a different midfield pairing just to see what's going on. Like, not even a Donny and Matic. Yeah, that's the only thing that's upsetting me.
That's the thing with Ralph here. Like, we're not saying Donny and Matic is going to perform better than our midfield. Because let's be honest, we don't know. We barely seen them other than maybe one preseason game. But let us see. Because let's be honest, our midfield right now is not working. Just try something different.
That's the only thing that's upsetting about him, is that he hasn't tried something different to then be able to say, hold on, we've been more controlled, had more possession, played better, let's go again. He hasn't tried it, and that's what's upsetting me. He's just going with what succeeded in the last regime, and that's the only thing. But I still got my belief in him still.
Will Ralph play a diamond? Do we go back to the 4-2-3-1? What do you think, guys? I'm gonna get the lineups in a bit, but what do you think we should do, Statman, before? What suits us better? 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2, diamond, 4-4-2, 5 at the back. What suits Man United?
Nothing right now.
All right then.
Nah, I'll be honest. Like,
You know what I mean? You can't say that, man. You need to have some sort of answer.
Now, I'll be honest. Realistically, I've said this before. I do want to see us play a 3 at the back a bit more in it, but we know that's not going to happen tomorrow. I think Ralph goes back to the 4-2-2 in it. The only reason I say that is, like in my personal eyes, like people might disagree. I only think we went to the 4-2-3-1 the other day because Ronaldo wasn't starting. Because remember when Ralph first came in here, he said Ronaldo's probably better than 2 up top, innit? And obviously Cavani started alone, and it was Rashford on the left, Bruno in the 10, and I think it was Mason on the right the other day. And I know Ronaldo's going to play tomorrow, so I think we go back to that 4-2-2.
He needs to do 4-3-3. I just don't get it, bro. Let's do the 4-3-3. You saw Aston Villa.
I want that. I want that. I want the 4-3-3 back. I want to dominate midfield.
More in midfield. The fullbacks still have to push up and support. You know, Ronaldo's got 2, agile, young, talented players doing all the running for him. Go back to 4-3-3, bro. I just don't get it.
You know the only reason I think I want to see a 3 at the back compared to a 4-3-3. I still think with a 3 at the back in midfield, get a bit more protection in it, like your defense as a whole. And I feel like, if we're looking at Telles and Dalot, for example, they're best as wing backs. I think they're better going forward than they're better defensively. And obviously, if you're playing a 3 at the back, say if you've got 2 up top, you can still play Ronaldo with another striker.
I just feel that the problem Man United has that we've got too many forward players who are more wingers than strikers. So whenever we do a system that's not getting the best out of them, we're bringing them 2 in. We're not allowing them to be wide enough. Then we're trying to do what he done the other day and have Greenwood and Rashford proper wide. And it kind of worked because it was stretching their fullbacks to have to make that decision. Just do that in a 4-3-3. Get the 2 wide guys wide and have Ronaldo up there, and then have the 2 8s right there solid, so that you can feel the presence in the midfield and someone protecting them. Protect them. Like if we got Varane, and we like that's like Varane and for me and Lindelof, it's a good pairing, much better than Maguire. So those 2, because Lindelof is not the fastest, but he's not slow like Maguire, bro. That's a different level of stuff. You know what I mean? So I just feel like you have your 2 solid 8s with someone behind, whether it's Matic, because you can play Matic and play Bruno with Adoni, Bruno with McTominay, whatever, but you got Matic holding behind them. And then have these guys forward in front, man. The 2 young players who can, whether it's Greenwood and Sancho or even Martial, but he ain't going nowhere. He needs to get back on the football pitch, bro.
Nah, I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed now, man.
No, he's not going nowhere.
Listen, Saeed, you know my thoughts on Martial, innit? But Martial is our player. He's not going to leave right now. You play him.
But I think Ralph,
after January, they're going to be forced to play him because these other guys are not getting no better. And when Martial does get played, because he hasn't played under Ralph, and if he turns it on, everyone's going to go mad and say, why didn't he play for a whole month and he's been fit?
Yeah, true. Right, we are going to get into the team now. Please get your thoughts on who you want to see in the team as well. Dean Henderson obviously isn't playing anymore for some reason, so David De Gea is a mainstay. I still think he's the best keeper in the league. His keeping is in it at the minute, undisputed number 1. Will we have to rely on David De Gea tomorrow again? That's a question, Musa. You don't want to, do you?
It could be. It looks like it. We've had to anyway. We've had to because it's that midfield. People get through them too easy, man. Too easy. You know what I'm saying? How many shots on target was it Wolves that had in the first half? Peppering us, bro. Right, we're taking the mick.
Absolutely. Do you think Wan-Bissaka will come back in? I have a funny feeling he will, man.
I think it depends on Dalot's injury, innit? If Dalot's fit enough to play, then I think Dalot starts.
I think he's all right, man. I can't see Wan-Bissaka coming in. He just can't deliver. I feel sorry for the kid.
Yeah, man. South London, innit? That's why you feel sorry for him, man. You know what I mean? I was
He
round
just
there,
can't.
mate. You know what I mean?
Someone tripped him.
Yeah. Shaw's out with a suspension. I think, to be fair to Shaw, man, he has been playing, I would say, all right. He hasn't been playing poorly. But Telles comes in, option again. You know what I mean? He's got into the Brazil team, so fair play. We've got strength in depth. Said about pairing. Phil Jones could come back.
It's simple. Varane and Lindelof. Lindelof's been our best defender this season. You could argue, and Rafa Varane's Varane.
I agree with that. Yeah. I like Varane and Lindelof, man. They're they can both play the ball. Like I said, Lindelof's not that slow. And he's like you said there, you can argue he's been one of our best centre back. I'm good with Lindelof, man.
Yeah.
I told you, I sell Maguire before I sell Bailly and Lindelof, bro. I'm not.
You know what, man? You did say that, man, and I was just so oblivious to it. What? By the way, what formation we played? 4-2-3-1.
4-2-2, I think it'll be.
I think it'll be if you don't do a 4-3-3, it's going to be a 4-2-2. But he could do the diamond because he enjoyed the diamond second half last game. He was praising it.
I find it crazy that he'll do this 4-2-2 with Matic and Fred in that midfield. Because that's what I think it will be, Matic and Fred. I don't think it'll be Matic and Donny. I don't think it'll be Matic and
Donny and Fred.
Donny and Fred. I don't think so. I think it will be Matic and Fred. 2 left footers. Does that really affect anything? I think it does, man.
I don't know if we're going to see Matic tomorrow.
I
think we will.
If we believe in what Ranić said about the way they play at Villa is why he went and put the players out wide. I don't know if he's going to adjust the system or go back in with a less mobile 2 in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, people that think that Donny's going to start, you're wishful thinking. I really, really do, man. It hasn't happened this season, has it? In the Premier League? Has he started the Premier League this season?
Nah.
He's come off the bench.
Watford was probably his longest game, innit?
Yeah, but that we were down in the dungeon. We were 2-0 down, weren't we? Something like that.
And he was our best player when he came on.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
So it will be them two. Right, who's going to be here? Is Sancho back?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you reckon he goes straight into the team?
That's mad. We don't even think about Lingard and them guys there. Do you think he might just pull off a Lingard or something?
Nah, man. He's very meticulous, man, this Ralph Rangnick. He's very meticulous.
Probably be... Anyhow, I see Rashford again. Probably say Sancho and Bruno.
I think it will be Greenwood and Bruno.
Greenwood and Bruno.
That's what I think. What do you think in the comments?
If Sancho's not ready, he's done that before.
Yeah, exactly. If he's not done it, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Greenwood, but I think he's going to try and make them go wide again, and I can't see how he puts Bruno out far wide on the left.
Yeah. All right, mate. Cheers for that super chat. Yeah, we get that. Yep. Yeah, of course, mate. I think we're losing anyway, mate. I think the best we can get hope for is a draw. And I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm just going by what I see. Someone saying Bruno and Ahmad. Ahmad? Who's Ahmad? I don't know who Ahmad is. You know Ahmad. I don't know if he plays for United anymore.
Chance of a Langer starting.
I heard that he might be going Dortmund, and I was gassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dortmund. I want to hear about Middlesbrough and all these teams and who's the other team? Birmingham and all that. I said, nah, man. Get him to a proper team.
I want him to go to these teams, proper footballing teams, so it can expose our club again. I like when we get exposed. Yeah. No hiding.
Yeah, that don't sound right, but yeah, I get you mean. Let's go. I think this is going to happen, and I think it will happen. I'll be honest with you. I just don't see it even changing. There'll be Bruno on the left, Greenwood on the right. I think it's just crazy.
We might as well give up on watching a good game then. This front four is going to stink.
And then I think it will be this. I'll be honest with you. Ronaldo, Cavani. That's genuinely the team that's going to play tomorrow.
Oh, that front four makes me laugh, man. All shooters, no creators,
It's absolutely laughable. It's crazy.
That is dead. I've seen that already. We can't play that. We got a dream, man.
I know we can't, but I genuinely believe that's what he'll do. He'll rest Rashford because remember we got a game on Wednesday as well against Brentford. So
You know what I do? I'll play a 4-3-3, Fred holding, Bruno and Donny in front of them in 2-8s, and then pushing Ronaldo up front, Cavani off, and putting who? Greenwood and Sancho on either side of Ronaldo. That's me dreaming.
Yeah, that's you dreaming. Yeah, exactly.
Dreams, exactly. Me dreaming. That's what I'll do. I'll let Fred be the deepest player behind, and I'll put 2-8s, 2 good 8s in front of Fred. Yeah, that can control the game, hold the ball. Both are tenacious. Both can tackle. Both can cover the pitch in Bruno and Donny in front of Fred. And Fred is no slouch himself. He can cover, do what he needs to do for the centre backs. And then I'll put Sancho on the left, Greenwood on the right, and Ronaldo up front. End of.
Greenwood overplayed. Yes, exactly. I do think that. I'm just thinking, Martial, where are you? Donny, where are you? Lingard, where are you?
Yeah, but these players are training. Yeah, you have to look at Ralph now.
Where are you? I've just named 6 players that could mix in with these lot. 6 players I've just named there who can mix in with these lot. Ronaldo needs pace around him. Yeah, but then Cavani is doing the dog work. I don't think it's about pace. It's about dog work. Because I don't think Ronaldo.
If Ralph is ready tomorrow, Cavani goes out, he starts Martial, he takes out Mason, and he plays Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, could have, would
That's
have.
if he's really, really brave.
Ragnick has a set way of playing for some reason, and I'm struggling to understand, because you've got players who don't keep the ball, but then you also want aggression, but some of the players don't win the ball back quick enough, like Greenwood, Matic, Fred does it a lot, Bruno doesn't do that. Who's going to win the ball back quick? This is the question.
And then he talks about controlling games and plays people like McFred at times. And a front four that can't hold the ball up.
This is it. So, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a sticky game tomorrow. I really, really do, man. I think it's going to be a very, very, for me, intense game. Villa Park's always rocking, man. The whole end, wherever you want to call it. Traditional stadium, man. I remember games we used to go there, man. Hard games, man. Remember we lost, we were 2-0 down, and then Hernandez scored. I think it was a hat trick. I think he scored. We won the game 3-2. We've had defeats there. It's never been an easy game. The fans are back in there after 2 years. They've not seen United play there. Will we get a result tomorrow, Musa? Are you confident, or you have any hope? Forget confident. Do you have hope that United can get a result there tomorrow? Well, when you need top 4, we lose tomorrow. Obviously, Arsenal, Tottenham might be postponed. But
this, for me, like I said, the team that I put out, we can't. How do you lose to Villa? Are we fools, bro? How do you do it? That's what I'm saying. How do you lose?
We are fools, mate.
Yeah,
Andy Tate said it. Andy Tate said it.
It's like, you know what it is, because it's like put United, the equivalent of the players we got. It's like having Usain Bolt in a race, and then some average done next to him, and you're asking me, is Usain Bolt going to win the race? It's like he has to. It's we lose it. We lose by ourselves, bro. We lose, bro. Man United, like, we go out there and we don't perform. We don't set the tempo. We don't. But every single one of these players taken away from Man United and added into another team performs. You take Sancho out, you put him in City, he performs. You take Ronaldo out, you put him in, I don't know, Bayern Munich, he performs. You take like individual players out. Every time you put them in another team that's doing well and it's already got a set system, and all they have to do is fill in and add their attributes and play the way they all perform. But you put them at United, and it's a myth, bruv. Like Villa, we're talking about Villa. This is why, like, even Ronaldo in the interview was talking about. Ronaldo was saying something that, the Premier League's difficult and not like all the. You see what we keep on hearing? The Premier League's difficult, bro. If it's difficult, why is City slapping everyone week in, week out?
I know. It's about mentality, man. Mental.
Yeah. Why is Liverpool slapping people? Why are we going to a club struggling? These lot turn up a week later on their coach and slap them 4-0. The Premier League's difficult. Go and tell that to Man City, bro. It's not.
So what are you going for? What have you gone for, your result?
I want to go for A boring 1-0 to United.
Statman.
Boring 1-0.
We need top 4.
I think 2-1 if we're lucky. I am not confident.
And that 1-0 for me comes from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think this could be sticky. I'm gonna go for 1-1. I think we'll get a draw, but I don't think it'll help us out, man. But I wouldn't surprise me if this result came here. You know what I mean? Because they got hungry strikers, man. And Varane, as much as I rate Varane, man, when it's got sticky, he has been shaky, man. Last game he was good, but away from home, Newcastle wasn't great, man. And Newcastle just didn't have their shooting boots on. Danny Ings will. Watkins will.
You know what it is? I think Villa Park's going to be electric tomorrow with Coutinho on the bench.
Yeah.
I am so scared for that.
Gerrard as well. Gerrard, remember? Coming back. Big up to third man, Charles. Big up to you. Goes, depends on what team he picks. Need more players in the middle of the pitch. And Sancho, Donny van de Beek, hopefully start. Hope and pray, Charlie. That's what we have to do. Hope and pray, because I think the ones you want to start, like I could give you the perfect team and everyone here would be like, yeah, that is a very, very solid team. I would win the game easy, comfortably. But then why is it at United? It just never happens. Never, ever, helps. Like, I thought Ragnick was going to come and say, you know what, this is the team. But it seems to me that, has he got control of this team? Is Fletcher involved? Is Mike Phelan involved? Is Myrtle involved? I don't know.
It's mad.
J49, I don't know, mate. I'm not stressing United because at the minute, you know what I mean? I can never do that because at the end of the day, they don't give me any hope. You can only be stressed about something if it gives you hope. United don't give me hope, so I don't get stressed anymore. Maybe until tomorrow, 7:30. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go for 1-1. Let me know your predictions in the comments, people, before we wrap up. We are going to take another L tomorrow. I'm not comfortable. Varane has been always shaky at Real Madrid days. He was overrated centre back, and we never should have signed him. We should have got Badashile. I remember we were linked with Badashile.
Where are we?
Newcastle been into now.
Where are we in the league, and what does it mean if we lose tomorrow?
It's 7th, isn't it?
I'll get it. Yeah, man. I'm gonna put the Premier League table up now, but it's not looking great, man.
Brighton are currently drawing, I think.
Are they drawing? Right, we're looking at Brighton. And
Brighton at 8th, isn't it? Because Brighton are 1 place below us.
Brighton, them man there, That's when you know it's peak. Man's talking about Brighton, Seaside.
Right, man like Brighton. Seaside Brighton,
I'm telling you.
So, if I hold up here, we are... Can anyone see that?
Yeah.
Yep, we are 7th, bro. 7th. 31 points.
31 points, bro. It's January and we got 31 points.
31 points in January is shocking.
I was seeing more than 20 points above us already, man.
Yeah, 21.
I remember at the start of the season, we said title challenge, and now look at us.
Not even in our late 30s. We just came into the 30s. We just stepped in.
Yeah. It's crazy.
31 points. Not even like 39. We're about to come out. We should be in the 40s. And we're still upset. But 31 points.
Yeah. 31 points there. Brighton, if they win today.
And these 2 games in hand, they don't mean anything to me.
Do they got the level of points? Yeah.
Who, Brighton?
Yeah, but if they win by 4-0, they're ahead of us. Tottenham, they got 2 games in. They got so many games in hand. Arsenal,
the thing is, our games in hand don't even matter because we can't even win our games in hand.
West Ham, though, man, they're 4 points ahead of them. How many games did they play? Oh, 2 games ahead of us more.
Look at Wolves,
still, man, if they beat us, man, it's a different story, mate. It's a different story. They beat us on the.
I can't believe they're doing this to us, man. It's season in, season out. Season in, season out.
Wow, man. Andy Huxley said, soon to be safe, 50 points. Makaifa 257 says Donny done nothing. Two managers don't select him. Obviously something wrong there. Greenwood spoiled. Got no number 11 without ever achieving anything. 2-0. Wow. Strong words there, mate.
We're not even a club side. We're not even a cup team. I thought like we're not even a cup team. We used to cuss people for being cup teams. We're not even a cup team, bro.
Look at Sicario, man. He's going bars far back as Sir Alex Ferguson. You know what I mean? Boy, that's a whole other conversation, man. But listen, it is what it is. But people, we're gonna wrap up here. Tomorrow, watch along. I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow here, Sai TV. Hour before the game, so 4:30. So make sure you come tune in for that one. And obviously match reaction after that. Statman Baines, let them know where they can find you.
Statman Baines, Twitch and YouTube. Go follow that.
Musa, what are you telling them?
Riso, you guys know where to find me. Riso, that's the work that we're doing. We're on Instagram. Where else are we? We're on Facebook. People even use Facebook anymore. Riso, CIC.
No, not really, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just there, man. It used to be there when I was in work and that, but yeah, man.
Facebook is where you go and see your mates, and then you realize you don't like them because they post some crazy things. You realize,
yeah, that's the one. Like they're sharing something about some. You know what I mean? Some
madness.
It's madness, man. You get me?
I go online. Facebook is where I see people, and I'm like, I never even knew you was like this. Is this how you are now? Let me get out of here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Someone saying Sai getting clipped tomorrow. I don't even know when the last time it was Norwich and we won, but the one before that I did was Leicester. And yeah,
Watford.
let's forget that ever happened.
Last time I know it was Watford, mate. When Watford, he was.
Aye, mate. Madness. Madness. But yeah, man. Big up everybody. Yeah, man, exactly. Big up everybody. Big 6, 10 o'clock. I'll see you there. I don't know who should I cook today, man. Let me know. City, the new City fan, you know, in Chelsea.
He's saying you beefing, man, over there. Are you beefing, man?
Listen, we just, you know, that's all I can do now, isn't it, Wilson? Beefing, man. Talking about how we won the trophy. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's mad in the dunya, man. People, love, we're out.